the rights. Welcome to the agenda. It's me, Mr. B, joined by a Monday Juma in the house. How we doing, sir?
Yeah, man. 30. I had 30 degrees in my car today. One of the hottest days, I think. It was hotter than a Sunday for sure. Today has been roasting. And I don't know how everyone feels in the comments. I see you, Vincent. By the way, can I just say I saw Vincent was at the game the other day, enjoying himself. I'd love to hear what you got to say. And Stuart Marshall, did you go to Wembley as well for that game? Because we're going to talk about that today, the performance. Don't worry about the result as well. But yeah, Mr. B, what an eventful weekend, man.
Yeah, just it hasn't stopped. I tell you, this transfer window has got me mad, happy, disappointed, depressed, back to being happy. I'm now on that happy level. I don't think I've known a transfer window like it on Monday, to be fair. Every time you think something else ain't going to happen, something else leaks out or something else comes out. So we'll discuss all of that anyway. But look, Vincent saying hi, Stuart Marshall, bigging up Andrew Williams as always. Big up, man. Big G, I hope you're doing well, man. But your boys are doing well pre-season. Let's hope it's just not pre-season failure. And look,
Lakiko.
There you go. Welcome, my friend. I hope you're doing well, man. Boy, where do we start? Let's try and get this in some sort of order. So, Charity Shield, Community Shield. I said it was going to be a draw.
Yeah, you're right.
We got the draw. They had 8 shots against us, not the 20 that we used to take in licks by.
Great stat, by the way.
Yeah. The chances, we created the better chances. Yeah, they dominated the ball. And maybe we did have the ball, maybe not quite in the area that we would have been like to, but our chances were better than theirs. Rashford should have scored 2. Mount should have had 1 with the square ball, and there's probably another couple. The header, the air kick, the air kick from McTominay from the Rashford header. We had chances to kill the game. So I'm only feeling positive. I'm only feeling positive, and the fact that we've got players to improve that what was put out there, I'm now feeling a little bit more positive. I understand Man City didn't play their strongest team, but ours wasn't our strongest. So I was happy with what we did on the day, to be fair, Monday. And just your thoughts, to be fair.
Well, you're happy. I'm absolutely delighted. I'm really, really pleased. We've seen the potential of what we can do with the right structure, with the right players, with the right attitude, with the right culture. We're seeing how we can perform as a team, and this is why we have to back the manager, I believe, because what we've seen in the last 4 games of the season, beating City in the FA Cup, come with a strategy, getting the boys on it, and then obviously pre-season, you're getting players involved, incorporating younger players into the squad, giving them opportunities as well. We've turned up at Wembley with our very own Vincent there and maybe Stuart as well. And we played brilliantly. Mr. B, I didn't know that stat, but if we've only conceded 8 shots against Man City compared to what we were conceding in the 20s and 30s last season, that shows some improvement. I think playing out from the back, we showed a lot of improvement. First things first, Martinez playing in the left side of the defence. I'm not going to say left back. I'm just going to say playing left side of the defence and performing really well. He's a good player on the ball. He's done a good job. No one complains when Man City or Arsenal are playing centre-backs in wide positions. No one says anything about it. It's a strategy. You have one fullback going on. We saw Rico Lewis apparently playing fullback, but he was pushing forward. They were playing out as a free from the back. So you can see how it can work by playing centre-backs maybe in a wider defensive areas. That's how I would call it. Don't pigeonhole people as a left-back all of a sudden. He's not a left-back, whatever. He played wide of defence, in my opinion. Good on the ball. It's good to see him back. Let's just say it like this. We created a lot of chances, some really good chances against a Man City side who are league champions. You only qualify for the Charity Shield by either winning the FA Cup or being league champions. So it's a good gauge for us to say how we can perform going into the season against the best team last season with the best strategy, which they have. Whether you're putting young boys in there, whatever, Riley or Rico Lewis, they're still a good, very good team. And for us to be able to maneuver and get around them and create chances and be potent in the final third, I think all the fans, especially, I want to hear from Vincent, should be delighted by that. Promising performance. Obviously, we made some changes. I think feel sorry for Pellistri having to play right back, and he, it was like two midgets on the back post, wasn't it? Going, and I'm going to tell a joke now because I've been building up to this. And say midgets don't shop at Aldi. They're little people.
Oh, fucking
Very good. Midgets don't shop at Aldi. So Pellistri and Bernardo Silva. I don't know who's taller, but Bernardo Silva beat him on the back post, and that's how they got the equaliser. I don't recall them opening us up. They had good wide men with Bob and Doku. Yeah. They give them the ball. They're going to do what they do, but they didn't break us down through the middle. They were very compact through the middle. And so all the things that we had issues with last season in one game, if you want to include the FA Cup though, but in the Charity Shield game, going forward to the new season, I think we're ticking a few boxes today, looking promising. And to add to that, we've just signed 2 new players as well. So I'm buzzing right now, Mr. B.
Yeah, we'll drift onto that. We'll drift onto that. Big G saying that size this done one day.
Well, you put 2 short guys on the back post. That's up to you what you want to do.
We keep to be fair, we keep conceding that kind of goal no matter who's there, whether it's Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, and obviously now Pellistri. But look, I feel that Pellistri is going to be gone anyway, to be fair. So we've gone through the FA Cup, the Community Charity Shield. We're still buzzing. Then Bruno gets a contract extension. Now I'm over the moon. I know there's people out here who don't think Bruno's this or that. You people I don't care about, innit? It's my opinion at the moment. I am absolutely delighted that Bruno has got an extension. He deserves to be our best player. He deserves to be the highest paid player. He's our best player. The club made the mistake of giving Rashford 315 and they have to give the captain more. Then that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. I think every game, whether the standards are high or not, he gives 100%. And hopefully with Mount in the squad, he's not going to be burning himself out having to play the 64 games, part of the 4 that he missed last season. And then what did he do when he came back from his rest? Bang! Back to the old school Bruno. So I'm absolutely delighted. I will go through some of the comments in the chat, but I'm over the moon, man. I'm over the moon with that.
Yeah, I second that, Mr. B. I think, look, everything that we've seen since June, we might have to have a bit of patience on things, but everything's been positive. Whether it's been the backroom staff coming in, Ruud van Nistelrooy with his big chest and long face coming in. Is it the players, the transfers that we signed? We've had time to look at them and say, okay, they could be a bit mustard coming into the side as well. The performances, as we just mentioned there about the Charity Shield, the way we performed, you saw Bereda, you saw Mr. Barthtine's favourite man, Dan Ashworth, all these guys suited and booted, watching the game, overseeing the game. And then down on the bench, you saw the Ruud, Ten Hag, the boss, and his assistants, and his guys talking, getting on with the game. They all must be delighted. The attitude has changed at the club. Bruno, there was question marks about him maybe going abroad or because this is a big contract for him, but he's decided to stay. He's captain. And he can see, like anyone else signing for us right now, there's something positive happening at the club. And he wants to be a part of it. I think Bruno's been our best player for the last 3... Since he's arrived, he's been our best player consistently. You look at his numbers, look at his performances, look at his grit and desire. I think he deserves a new contract. And I'm not sure, I don't care about the wages or anything like that. Because the reason I don't care about it is because everything's been marginalised in the way they've monitored things. They're not going to hand out stupid wages to anyone.
Thank you for somebody who they don't think's worth it. Thank you on Monday.
So you pay, you pay for your value, you pay for your worth, and I don't want anyone to get upset if they find that it's too much for them, 50 grand too much, whatever. Bruno deserves a new contract. Tell me what you think in the comments about that. I think he does. Mr. B think he does, and that's a good positive move because there's a lot of positive news for all Man United fans right now, and we're here to report it. And I want to hear your comments as well about how you feel about it. I don't want to hear anything negative. There cannot be anything negative.
They can be. They can.
Yeah, all right, you're welcome to it, but I'd be very surprised with a day like today where we've made 2 signings, we played really good football. Bruno's now signing a new contract. Look at all the stuff that's happened over the summer. Ruud van Nistelrooy coming in, all these backroom staff, and the positivity and news about the stadium. Everything's about forward thinking, all right? And anyone who's got that backward thinking, oh, no, they're forgetting. It ain't the same system as what we had before with under the Glazers, with them sort of running the football side of things, or their people running it. We've got different people now in charge to run the football side of things. And that's what we're here for, to watch a good game of football, sit down with the lads, have a beer, enjoy, and rejoice that Man United are doing well. And I can see that very soon, that we're going to improve in all areas of this football club.
All right, well, look, Stuart Marshall's saying Bruno signing a new contract is the best bit of business we've done all summer.
Positive. That's a positive. You get the thumbs up for me.
Big G is saying, hold on, let me just, sorry, it's off the screen. Yeah, Big G, Bruno shouldn't be getting a new contract. He's shite off the ball.
That's a negative comment from me.
But Bruno deserves a pay rise, but in the length of the contract, there's a concern as players predominantly tend to slow down in their 30s. What is his best position? The position that he plays in, bro. We deserve better. I wish they gave Bruno 250 grand a week wage, then added results bonuses instead of straight 350. Two wrongs don't make a right. That is it for the Bruno. Let's see. Anybody else? No, I'll do the Wan-Bissaka, the Wan-Bissaka ones when we talk about Wan-Bissaka, to be fair. Here we go. Agile Beast. Bruno. Oh, sorry. Here it goes. Bruno should be our top earner, but can't be giving him 350 a week. I think he should be getting 300 a week with incentives. That wouldn't make him the top earner, though, Agile Beast. That's the only issue, isn't it? The Rashford deal gazumped all of that and made a mockery of our pay structure. And the fact that we've got Jadon Sancho down there and Casemiro all sitting on over 300 a week. Fucking hell, boy. Yeah, they got money to burn, man. They got money to burn. So we did them. Then what happened? Deals got sorted out last night, and we're hearing that they were flying in for a medical this morning. So over to you with your PDF on Monday.
First of all, I want to say hi to my brethren, Damien Walsh. We got a photo together. I met him in Ealing Broadway Station a month or two ago, wasn't it, Damien? We met up. And I finally realised who Damien is, because he looks so tonk in the picture. We went to school together, him and his brother, his twin brother. So Damien, we're the same age, good friends from school. And it's just we haven't seen each other for so long. It's like, oh my God, Damien, how are you? So big up, everyone say hi to Damien Walsh, one of the Drayton Manor crew. No doubt about it. One of my boys, from morning. How are you feeling about Man United right now, Damien? All right, let's get into this. What should we do first? Should we do Wan-Bissaka or should we do do you want the ins or do you want the outs?
Yeah, I want the ins, man. I want the ins, bro. I want the ins.
Okay, here we go. So here we go. I just said it. Here we go. We're just from Romano. Delit and Maz. Look, guys, in the comments, I've been asked to get his name right now that he's signed for us. I'm still going to call him Maz until I'm comfortable pronouncing his name. Delit and Maz have completed medical tests at Carrington. Contracts set to be signed on both clubs and players' side with agent Pimenta in Manchester. They both got the same agent. All documents to be okay within 24 hours, as MDL and that's Delit and Maz will be ready for Fulham. God damn! Wow! It's like they're busting through the door like Mr. B in the 18, kicking down the door. We are here. We've arrived. And this is exactly the news we want. Look, guys, I don't want to hear any criticism. Let me just say this. I've been looking at Delit all day, data, stats, everything else. He's a class player, 24, 18 years old. He's captain in Ajax in the Champions League semi-final. He was captain by the very own Ten Hag as well. Solid, good defender, great pass of the ball, good in the air, good header of the ball, can get up and score headers as well. The only reason to say, well, if anyone's seen that interview with Scholes and Adam on whatever show that was, Scholes, when you really break it down, all Scholes was saying is, well, why would Juve and Bayern Munich let him go? Bayern Munich fans are vexed right now because they're saying Tuchel came in last season. In the first season at Bayern Munich, Delit played the majority of games, his fans' favourite. Second season, got injured early on, was out of the side. They brought Kim, and then they've got in Dyer. So Tuchel was playing Kim and Dyer. We actually played against him last season, didn't we? So we knew about that. And then towards the end of the season, Deligt got himself back in the side. Now, you might say, well, he's not good enough. Why would they let him go? There might be some issues there. Maybe he wants to leave. Have you considered that? Maybe he wants to leave. Maybe he doesn't like it in Germany. Maybe he's got a missus, doesn't want him there. We don't know. But the fact is he's leaving. And he to me, he's still a star boy, one for the future. And he's coming to us with his prime years ahead of him. We bought Euro, and we're thinking, oh, we probably let him go in 3-4 years' time to Real Madrid or whatever. We're getting a player who's got his prime years ahead, and he's dedicated. He said he wants to come to Man United. He's interested in the project. He knows he's familiar with a lot of the Dutch guys like Ruud van Nistelrooy and
Packer.
Ten Hag and Packer, all these guys. So everything's there for him. They want to come to the club. This is a big difference maker for us. Guys, get your shirts printed up. Get Delit, get Maz on your thing, because things are improving. Everyone was moaning about our defence, our centre-backs, Evans, Maguire. Now we've got someone we can believe in. And we're moaning about Wan-Bissaka, Spider. Now we've got a right-back who's proven on the world stage and in European football that he's decent enough. Plays for Bayern Munich, played in the semi-final last year as well. So, guys, a lot to look forward to. Here we go. Mr. B, come on, man. What are you thinking?
I'm buzzing. I want him to start on Friday. I know they're training tomorrow, so they didn't release any photos. I'm going to assume that they've done that today, but they're both training tomorrow. They needed to be registered by midday Thursday to be in the squad. I'm expecting Delit to start the game. You've spent that much money on him. He knows he's already better than Harry Maguire. So I'll be starting Martinez and Delit. Maybe not quite Mazrouri, but if Shaw's not ready, or maybe we don't know why Amas didn't play. I heard a little rumor that they might have had a behind closed doors game today where they were going to give Xerxes the full 90 instead of the 20 minutes against Man City. So maybe he'll come into it as well. But I want Delit to come straight in. I'm buzzing. The price that we got those two defenders for the price that they wanted for Branthwaite. We'll get onto Branthwaite in a bit as well. So let's not get it twisted. English tax is in there, but they've done this still right. These are the positions that we needed to be filled. We've been screaming out for a Harry Maguire replacement. We got Euro. I would have taken Euro as his replacement. You know what I mean? Euro getting injured. Were we always going to buy two centre-backs? We probably were. So Lindelof's now going to be out the door. And Harry Maguire now knows that he's fourth choice. It's up to him now what he wants to do. He's not going to hand in a transfer request, but he can't sit down there and sulk. So, as we said, we get them in and we force those. They've got 2 weeks. 2 weeks to force themselves out or sit down there and cool on the bench and don't moan. You know what I mean? And when you get your chance in the Coca-Cola Cup 4th round or 5th round, don't let the club down, because that might be the only game that you're going to play for the season. Understand? So I'm delighted. The level has now stepped up, I think, in regards to what we have and what we can play with. So I'm buzzing, man. I'm absolutely buzzing. Dale Griffiths. I know MDL was quality for Ten Hag, but it does give the answer of that. But both Juve and Bayern have let him go. There's something hidden there. Surely there's something hidden there. Well, he's won a league at both of the clubs that he's gone to. So who knows? You know, I mean, he went for, what did he go for? 87, 70, and now 50. So it's not like he's been given away. Stuart Marshall, Bayern Munich fans signed a petition with over 60,000. Understand, 60,000 took the time out to say that they want him to go. I thought we bought a good player. Is anybody? Oh, we deserve better. I'm over the moon with the Delit signing. He's sensational and a leader. So there's good. So that's right. So there's nobody in here with no negative. So we got a couple of negatives for Bruno. And at the moment, it seems like there's 100% positivity. Raja, Ineos are sorting out things. They are, man. Let's have a look. Looks like we're still in the hunt for Branthwaite as well. I'll be honest. I don't see why we should be spending that money. We need to buy a central midfielder. You know, why are we even concentrating on Branthwaite? Now, I know they wanted a left-sided defender, but I'm sure Delit can do the job on that side. I don't see it. I just don't see that one happening. What do you reckon on Monday?
Before I want to focus on the signings that we have got. So yeah, I'm delighted with Delit. I mean, this Branthwaite thing, he's probably talking it up now, probably wanting out. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We can only speculate whether, going back to Delit, we can only speculate the reason why Bayern Munich would let him go. And it's not that they let him go; they're making money. I've heard that Bayern Munich are going to revamp things. They want Jonathan Tah from Leverkusen to come in. That's been their main target. Now they can go for it. It's like a domino effect, isn't it? One signing happens, we wait for Wan-Bissaka to go, then we go in for these guys, and now Bayern Munich can get the deal over the line to get Tah in, who's German, will stay with them. You get that unity, you get a German player into their defence, and hopefully they missed out on the league last season. Maybe the curse of Harry Kane not winning a trophy. They didn't win anything last season, so they got a new approach. They got a way they want to go forward, and they've discussed with their very business-like club, very professional club. So they don't want Delit anymore. They're gonna say, let's go with Tah and whoever they got there, Kim, whoever, and they're gonna go forward that way. I don't care what they do, to be honest. They've let us have Delit. It's good business. They spent a lot of money on him. He's on a big wage. That's cleared things up for them, and they've probably got some youngsters coming through, as they do always seem to do, who are going to be the future of German football. It's about how you run business, So don't worry about that, about reasons why. Don't worry what Scholes said about it, because we will soon find out. Let our eyes be the judge when we sit back at Old Trafford.
You got to remember as well. These guys all love off Harry Maguire,
Who does?
Paul Scholes and Rio. He's their boy. He's their boy, innit? Plays for man. They're talking down Delit. I think it's more to do with that as well. You know what I mean?
He's right to ask the question, though. I mean,
but of course he is.
Why is Juve got rid of him, and why Bayern Munich? It's right to ask a question. We're here to answer that.
I'm not here to answer that. I don't know. I just know that he's going to stick two fingers up to everybody, all of the haters. You know what I mean? This has got me really, really happy. I mean,
I've got to say big up to Will, big up Will Williams. What a name. Respect you, man. He says, awesome as usual, chaps. Normally listen while I'm at work, but at home tonight listening to great knowledge and opinions. Guys, everyone big up Will in the chat. We would like to make a community here. We want to integrate you and make you feel welcome. Big up to Will Williams, man. Enough respect. I love that comment as well. And I'm wondering what you think about the deals. Over to you, Mr. B. So what are you saying? You don't care about why he left or whatever.
I want him at our club. He's not rubbish. Let's not get it twisted. It's not like he's gone there and he's stunk the place out. He hasn't. All right. He might have Tuchel. We know what Tuchel's like, man. You know what I mean? All right. The Juve one did surprise me, but you know what? He won the league with them. And maybe he wanted to go to Bayern. Maybe he had enough of the Italian life and he did what he went over there to do. I don't expect him to be with us for 2 years and we sell him on. I expect him to be the cornerstone of what we have.
Okay.
Big G's just put one up here. I've got a feeling Martinez might be pushed into CDM this year. He played there for Ajax. 1, he didn't play for Ajax very long. 2, I don't think that's a decision that Ten Hag's going to do. 3, I actually think there's more chance of him playing at left back.
Or wide left defending.
Sorry. Wide left defender, according to a Monday. Yeah.
Because you remember, look, we know Bath Time on his channel. He says, no such things as... I'm trying to do his accent. Can I do his accent? Guy, there's no such things as... All right, I'm going to do Bath Time's accent. There's no such things as formations, lads. It's all about... there's no such thing. I hate formations. I hate Dan Ashworth, and I hate formations. He's playing wide of the defence, And like you said, I went back to the Man City Arsenal thing. They got centre-backs, Ben White. They've got guy from Ajax they bought as well. They just bought another centre-back, the Italian boy, who's playing wide sort of defence. So you saw City build up with 3. That maybe that will be a part of it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, big up Big G. I don't think it's going to happen. It's always been said, isn't it? Ever since he's arrived at the club, Martinez will end up in midfield. Or he can play there. But it hasn't happened as yet.
Okay. Well, look, we'll see.
Flex Felix is saying Braithwaite. You're making it Branthwaite should be next season when Maguire leaves for free. Andrew doesn't rate Delit. We've got Stuart Marshall saying Maguire's going nowhere, certainly not for free. And Damien saying forget Scholes, Delit is an upgrade. So we've got overall Paul Scholes. Weezer Bet saying Rio, Gary, Scholes should stick to football. Their commentary is poor as Souness.
I tell you, that Souness is a blowout, You know what? I know he's on TalkSport to wind up the Man United fans. Brother, every time that bitch opens his mouth, I just want to lick him in it. You know, honestly, he's got no. He's cussing Delit, saying he's lightweight.
He said
But
that.
then,
He said
yeah,
Delit lightweight.
yeah.
Who said
But
that?
then
Soonest.
Soonest. And
Oh
then
my
on the
God.
other hand, he's saying, no, defenders need, he's not good at defending. But now the way that defenders are, so he can't, I can't stand him. I just can't stick to moaning about your team ain't even bought one pussy old player. You ain't bought nobody. Liverpool ain't bought nobody. But he's commentate on the club that you know best, innit? Oh, I hate him. Sorry, that just shut out my mouth. I hate him.
You know what really makes me laugh, Mr. B? I mean, this obviously we're not allowed to swear or say anything, but when you say blowhole, it always cracks me up because I don't have that in my vocabulary. I would love to be able to use it. I love because you always be looking for the right word. Your blowhole. I'm thinking of a well. You know the well where they. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a brilliant one. Blowhole. Guys, try and use that one on the streets.
Oh God!
Don't forget to Mr. B claimed it.
But look, sorry. Yeah, he is. I think he's just a wind-up merchant. And then obviously with the two defenders coming in, the person who was holding up the deal the most was Wan-Bissaka, and it looks like he's done it.
Well, this is interesting, isn't it? I didn't even recognize him. He looks like he's got shaved his head, but obviously he's got tight plaits. So here's the news, guys. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, here we go, will sign his West Ham contract already today. All documents in place. This is from Romano. West Ham and Man United are set on their documents too, with £15 million agreement is to be signed. Now, just a little summary here. The fee for the fullback is reported to be 15 million. Whilst this represents a huge loss, it says big, but I'm saying huge loss on the 50 million Man United paid for him, it is more than the base fee United are set to pay for his replacement, which is Maz coming in, and represents a decent business in the current financial slump engulfing the Premier League. The 26-year-old played 190 times for the Red Devils, scoring 2 goals. Both of these goals.
Did he score so much games? I didn't realize he played so much games, 190.
Ledge, he's done his bit. Both of those goals came in 2020-2021 season. One against Newcastle, a 4-1 win. The other one against Southampton, a 9-0 rout. Nicknamed the Spider for seemingly telescopic legs that always seem to be the first to the ball in a challenge. Wan-Bissaka was a popular player amongst the United faithful. He is returning to his native London after 5 years in Manchester. Can I just say, thank you, Wan-Bissaka. 190 times playing for Manchester United Football Club. And I know despite, towards the end, people weren't a bit disheartened with him. I think he's done us a good service. And I think if I ever saw him down in London, because we're in London, I would shake his hand and say, thank you for your contributions, to our team. And ask him to tackle me or do something like that. Because Mr. B, what are you thinking about this?
Look, I don't have. I'm not saying that I'm glad he's gone. I think everybody has a time, whether they play, especially at our club. The styles moved on. His style wasn't conducive to what Ten Hag wants to do. He wants an attacking fullback who knows what to do when they get in that position. Defensively, you can't knock Wan-Bissaka. Oh, the only thought it's a sliding tackle. Maybe it's because he's not in the right position. He always made a sliding tackle, so he's still got a career ahead. That means at the age where he can leave. He said he's gone back to London. I have nothing but love for Wan-Bissaka, but I just feel that everything moves on and we're evolving into something else, and he just didn't fit in. So fair play to him. What I will say is that £50 million loss that people keep talking about, that 50 million has been paid. The 50 million has been paid. Don't forget, over the year of the contract, then we gave him the 1-year extension. So over the basic 4 years, we've paid off that 50 million. So whatever we've got now, as much as it doesn't seem like it, it's profit, because we've paid off the fee now, innit? He's now worth 0 and we got 15 for him. So as much as it's, we paid 50, everything depreciates. You buy a car, as soon as it leaves the lot, it loses money. You know what I mean? So everything goes down in value. So, it's just what it is. I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad that he's opened up the space for somebody else. And let's see who else moves out now. What are you thinking about Wan-Bissaka, man?
Well, I'm just going to go to the comments in a minute, but just firstly, I just want to say 26 years old, 190 games, Man United. That's really good. Do you see him, because we couldn't see it, do you think like playing at Man United was too big for him? Do you think you'd see him better performances from him at West Ham? Do you think we see him going forward more, showing more in the final third, all the things we wanted to see? Because we know his strong points. Do you think he can develop as a player?
No, I don't. He's a failed winger. Let's be honest. That's why he's at right back. If he had any ability going forward, we would have kept him. So I think I don't know what style what's his name, Lopetegui is going to be playing at West Ham, but they bought well. I think West Ham have bought well, and he will be. There's no way they've looked at him and thought he's not going to be the one.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, fair play to him. I think he'll work in the system that they play in. And I hope he plays well in every game he plays, apart from the 2 times that he plays us for the season.
Well, he's going to bring good experience, isn't he? I mean, if you're a West Ham fan, you'll see a player coming in who's played Champions League football, who's won trophies, who's played for one of the top clubs in world football. You'll be delighted with that. So, Lucky Singh saying Wan-Bissaka delighted payment medical. That's Lucky Singh. Wan-Bissaka would shut down Garnacho, says our boy Bart. We've got right time for him to go. We'll very much miss Wan-Bissaka. Van Saka at our club. All right. Bargain for West Ham, says Damien. Aaron, is Aaron an icon at Man United? Yeah, he's 190 games. You have to give him credit for that. I feel selling Wan-Bissaka will come back to bite us against a real tricky winger like Doku or Neto.
Do you know what? It's mad because Doku gave Dalot headache yesterday, and there's going to be more. There's more. I mean, Doku, I know he switches and he's got the one skill, but it works. He's perfected it. Dale could be right, but Wan-Bissaka wouldn't get the games to prove his worth, if you know what I mean. I just feel that they want to be going another way.
Okay.
And, you know, it could do, but it's not going to be a lot of games.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got to balance things out. Yeah, he was very good at defending one-on-one situations, but we might become a better team as overall with a player who can do a little bit more going forward. So it's all about balance, isn't it? And everything's relative. Lucky Singh saying, delighted to see Wan-Bissaka go. Can't wait to see Victor Lindelof go, I assume. But if Trent could tackle like Wan-Bissaka and Wan-Bissaka could overlap, there you go. That's dark. Good luck to him at West Ham. Great player for United, says Damien. So look, it's a lot of positive talking points or a lot of positive views on Wan-Bissaka. Model professional, never any nonsense from him. It's true. We never heard anything bad about him outside of the football. Do you think we'll make more signings before the end of the transfer window?
Of course.
Midfielder, for sure. Wan-Bissaka shut down Maximum in the final. That's Newcastle. Hope he doesn't come back to haunt us as Flex Felix as well. Just going through. Thanks for the comments, guys. We can't read them all, but we will just touch on the ones that are relevant. Maz is anti-Wan-Bissaka. He's elite progressor, but he is very bad at one-on-one situations. He's usually got bailed out by the two.
and Scholl.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, West Ham looking interested with all their signings. Yeah, they are. They've probably made the best signings in the whole of the league so far. And will we get Mario Hermoso?
No, that's done. They vetoed that deal. That United didn't want to go ahead with that one, Rajat. So that one's definitely off the cards.
Thank God
that
for
one's
that.
definitely off the cards. Midfield signings on Monday. Obviously, we're greedy. Let's be honest, we're greedy. We're looking at Agate's obviously been the club's number one choice. I think they would have probably gone to try and get him if Casemiro has left. Sander Berg, who everybody knows we've been interested in, has caused a bit of an uproar, isn't in the Burnley squad today. He didn't play.
Oh, wow.
So he's got an injury. We know what that talk is. I'm surprised they didn't say back injury, to be fair, but we know what that means. So it looks like United are maybe pushing ahead with Sander Berg now.
Well, it's really
not enough. He's not enough.
Okay, fair enough. We can discuss it, but you know what's really interesting? I watched it. I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. It's Big Head Company, Vincent Company. There's a filming of him when he was at Burnley, screaming during the training session, screaming at a few players and shouting them about their attitude. You know, he demands better. Stop moaning. Stop being a little bitch. He was saying. I love that. I think that's brilliant. He was such a great player with a great attitude, and you want to see big time managers coming out there and telling your players, nah, stop that, rather than hiding, oh, speak to your assistant, oh man, I'll have a word with him, calm him down or whatever. He's come out there, don't care about the camera, and said, stop being a bitch, and we don't want that attitude around here. So was he talking about Sander Berg? I doubt it, because he's proved to be a great player for Burnley last season. Look at the numbers. We covered him in previous shows as well. Is he the midfielder that you want, guys? We've gone through this already. He's turned my head. I'm really impressed by him. Big unit.
Is he enough? I'm on day.
I think for now, look, the thing is, Mr. B, we've got to trust what we're seeing. We're seeing the right players being signed.
Yeah,
so
but
I can't. You could have, if you have like 5 players coming in, obviously one player might not be to scratch, but we're at the stage now where we filled the right back, we filled the centre back, we've got a striker in, and we've got another centre back in as well. The next one, and they're all exciting players, all fit the mold, they all tick the boxes for us. We haven't seen them play yet, but hopefully they'll be good players for us. So I trust that if they're talking about Ugarte or they're talking about Fofana or they're talking about Berg, either of them, if they come in, I trust it will be the right signing for Man United Football Club, based on not just what I see of them as a player, because Ugarte I wasn't sure of, but based on the selected people, the people that are qualified to make the right signings for Man United, and which they have so far this season. That's my point on it.
Okay, well, I understand what you're saying, and obviously targets. Yes, boss. Targets always move because the landscape always moves. Ugarte was to replace Casemiro. It looks like Casemiro's staying. Does that mean that the Ugarte deal is now off and we're now moving to Sander Berg? Because Casemiro's staying, we're now looking for a position elsewhere on the pitch. When my thing is, I don't think Sander Berg's going to be enough. I'm not saying he doesn't excite me. When I heard your show, I left thinking, yeah, I wouldn't buy him. But as time's gone on, I keep thinking he was at Sheffield United and Burnley. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I understand that we're going to be buying players for a system, but if Casemiro stinks the place out, like I think he will, we've got a problem, because I don't think Sander Berg is going to be an upgrade on Casemiro in that position. That's the part that I'm worried about.
That's fine. I mean, we will see what goes down, but all we can do right now is speculate, look at the player, say, will he fit the bill? And I just think the ones that have been selected, that have been leaked or we know about that we could be going in for, I think they're going to be, I trust the process and I trust what's going on and I trust the selection of these guys. And looking closer at these guys, they will do a job to make us more solid, you know? So you might say we need more than that, or he's played for Burnley, he played for Sheffield United, you know? But we've seen Watkins play for lower league teams and work their way up and show potential. We've seen Mahrez and Kante play for French second division sides and prove to have the credentials to step up. So I don't think that's a factor when you're judging a player. I think the main factor is can they do a job? Has someone looked at them closely enough to say this guy performs, he's got a great attitude, and he can tick the boxes for us? It's not always about getting in, like Damien Walsh is saying here, a Roy Keane's type of player. There aren't many of those players around, but we're about getting a player that's required for the position. So as we said, remember at the end of last season, Ineos said there's 5 points, age, under 25, and then they will select players, not by player, but by position, and give a selection of players, which we're seeing happen live now, give a selection of players that tick the boxes for that position. So that midfield role has been identified as a position we want. We've seen Ugarte, we've seen Fofana mentioned, and now we're seeing Berg. These guys, whether it's pick one from 3, and I'll be happy. You know, whether it's Berg, I think it'd be cheaper option. He's played.
For me, if they buy Berg, they have to buy 2. This is my thing.
Why two?
Berg's going to cost 20 million, and we had 60 million to spend on Agate, which means we've still got 40 million sitting down. You understand?
Why two? But why two? What's
we're going to need? Scott's going to go as soon as a central midfielder, a midfielder comes in. Scott's going to go, right? So but then we still got. I'm Monday. I don't trust Casemiro, bruv. I don't trust Casemiro. So
that's why you need two.
Yeah, but I don't trust him. I don't believe that he can be so bad last year. Don't get me wrong, he's improved this preseason, but he's still. I don't know, man. I just feel that he's got more than one of those games in him where we're going to see him slide tackle and the man dribbling past him, or he's going to go in for that late tackle again. Him losing his belly fat, well done. He ain't got moves no more. It's not going to make him run any faster. You understand? So that's the part that I'm worried about, to be honest.
All right. Here's the thing, Mr. B. We've looked at, you watched every single game. Mr. B was up at 1 a.m. watching the games in the States, and you've watched the two youngsters, Collier and the guy I can't pronounce.
I'll take Collier. I love him.
Yeah, and the Dread as well, the Dread in midfield.
Yeah, Oli Delit.
Yeah, so maybe they're buying one midfielder with the option, if Casemiro does a madness out of his what do you call it, blowhole again, then those two are waiting in the wings to come in and play football. They brought him on the other day.
Yeah, but I know, Monday. I understand that. You're looking at Casemiro, who is 32 and has had all of that World Cup experience, and you're going to hand you're going to have Collier and Olideli, well, more Collier, as the reply. I just can't. There needs to be somebody in the middle. There needs to be like a 26-year-old, 24, 20, that bridges that gap. I just feel that the gap between asking Collier to cover, to do what's his Casemiro supposed to be doing. I think that's so. I think that would be so unfair.
I was talking to my good buddy, my work colleague Ade, the Nigerian. He loves his football. Talking to him today, and we had a conversation, and I was waiting to hear him so excited about what we saw in the Community Shield, and he was a bit negative. He said a few things, and we sort of bumped heads a bit. But what he did say, he said, "Look," he said, "he's like you." He said, "McTominay needs to go," and he was raving about Collier, and it's true. He said, "McTominay this is what he said, not me." He said, "McTominay hired him from the ball. He doesn't want the ball," but he mentioned Collier being a similar player to McTominay, similar build, similar running power, but he said he wants the ball. And if you notice his first touch when he came on the other day, he came, received the ball with his back to play, and received it, topped it off in a tight area, and we were able to play out. So I think he's a good player, one for the future. So I like Collier and I like the other young player, and I think these guys can be moulded into the side, even if we get one midfielder in. I don't think we need two.
Okay, well, look, Collier, I'm going to go on. You're saying what Adi just said. Collier had 14 out of 15 passes when he was on the pitch, yeah?
Wow.
Not good. Bad for the... Yeah. Scott, who was on for half an hour, had 2 passes and 2 tackles in the same time on the pitch. So understand why I don't want Scott in the team. You can't build anything for him. And like he said, he hides. When he wanted him playing the 8, how much time did we say he used to quasi hide behind the opposition players so nobody would pass the ball to him? That's his style. That's what he does. You know what I mean? We've got man in the chat who'll say, yeah, he needs to be playing and he'll score goals. I don't care because he can't assist a goal. He's a central midfielder. Don't go running past your forward looking for glory. Yeah, and then when it breaks down, you're all the way up there. You understand?
But he's got the running power to get back though.
No. Yeah, sometimes. No, he's got the running power to get back. But what does he do when he gets back up? Nothing on Monday. He doesn't do nothing. Anyway, look. There's no point in me going into that. Like we do. We bang heads. We bang heads. Yeah, we will always bang heads on this. We will always bang heads.
This is the guy you're talking about who scored 10 goals last season, and you're out here. You haven't even said. Look,
he's a central midfielder on Monday. I want him to. Can he pass the ball 10 yards? No.
Yes, he can. All right, Mr. B. My only thing with you, is saying, yes, I'm not doing you saying, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but not once have you mentioned But on the positive side, you just said he runs into the box thinking he's a striker, whatever. 10 goals last season, right?
Monday, I
Doing
understand that,
thing.
but guess what?
So you
If
haven't
he
said
was,
that. You haven't said
he
that.
was, if he was a proper midfielder, he would be starting. He wouldn't be coming on a sub to crash the box when everybody else is tired. His instruction is to run up and down in that flank and stretch people. And if the ball comes onto, great, he'll enjoy doing that. Ask him to pass. I want my midfielders to be midfielders. That's why we can't control the football. We've got Bruno, who I love him to death. He does waste a lot of the ball, but he's trying things. We've then got Mainu, who don't waste a pass. So we've got them in the squad. We have them in the squad. You understand? So it's not that we haven't got them, but you choose to play a player who all he does is run. I want my midfielders to be midfielders on Monday. Control the ball, pop the ball off, keep possession. You understand? And now this is how I think Ten Hag's going. He wants technical players. You think we bought Janksy for a joke? He don't waste the football. I want us to keep possession of the football. You understand? Yeah, there's going to be times when we're going to have to whack it over the top for Rashford or Garnacho. But let that be a tactic. You understand? Don't let it be the norm where Casemiro just picks up the... He don't even look whacking the ball forward. He's not even looking where he's passing.
We've got a big statement here, and it's true. Dale Griffiths saying here, I think it's the first ever episode where I fully agree with everything Mr. B has said.
Thank you.
Mr. B, take a bow because you've actually blown my case up. I'm going to pack up my suitcase, not a brief, and just say I lost this case. You know, I did. I made a claim, and my claim was that you should give a bit more credit for the 10 goals he scored. But what he came back with, I do. Everyone in the chat is agreeing with you. You're probably right. But I would still keep him around as a squad player because sometimes you need to come on the pitch and have a player like him who can do the running and the more physical things. Have to have more technique on Monday. Okay, I accept. Good point, Mr. B. All right. So McTominay could be going. What about someone who's complete opposite to McTominay? What about Eriksen? Because you're saying about you need two midfielders. Are you happy to see McTominay and Eriksen leave the club?
Yeah, both of them. Both of them. That would be my ideal too. Community Shield, he didn't get on.
Yeah.
He didn't get on. You know, we bought him for a free, on a free. Why can't we let him go for a free? You understand? Maybe he'll want a payout. Everybody who leaves Man United seems to want money when they go. But we didn't pay anything for him. He didn't get on in the Community Shield. There's bare players ahead of him, in regardless of whatever position. It would be better for him to go. He wants to go. He's already said at his age he wants to play football. Brethren, find yourself a club. Find yourself a club and go.
I think it's ironic, isn't it, that you're talking here about the reasons why you want McTominay to go because you want a midfielder who's got technique, keeps possession, plays as a midfielder, and then you're saying you want Eriksen to go because he doesn't do the things that McTominay maybe would do. I'm trying to get back to 1-1 because you passed me up with that one. I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to push your buttons.
I see where you're going with that. Okay, central midfielders. You want them to have legs?
Yeah, in this day and age, you should have some running power.
Does he have legs?
Eriksen, no.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
He can run, but not at the pace.
Yeah, and as I said, and the positions. Maybe Eriksen's best position for Man United would be in Bruno's position, but Bruno don't get dropped.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So then you can't have him doing the menu with Bruno and Casemiro. We've tried that and we've seen the gaps. So again, if those two leave, happy days. Replace them with another two.
Okay, all right. I'm with you. This is where I'm starting to think. We could get another two players in then. If we get rid of McTominay, if we get rid of Eriksen, that's a lot of the wage bill and a lot of money for McTominay. Then maybe I would consider getting a second midfielder in because you're losing too much there with two senior pros with vast experience. You know, I want to say big up to Russell George. Who is he going to play over? Who are you referring to? Eriksen?
Who are we talking about, Rasta? Come on, let us know, Rasta George.
And also I want to say hi to Revere saying Eriksen should go. But I think he'll see out his last year. Money's too good. Interesting that. So yeah, if we're really going to be like, if you want a complete transfer window and a complete great business, would that mean Ericsson, McTominay out the door and get the players like Ugarte, Fofana, or Berg in instead of those two. We've seen movement, and then obviously with the defence, we think we're quite happy with that now, with the numbers and the amount of players we have there. Maybe, I mean, Mr. What's the name? The Swedish boy, Lindelof, maybe not being the odd man out, ready to go. So Ruster George, he's saying yes. He's talking about Ericsson. He's asking who.
He's asking you
over.
Yeah.
Oh, he's asking me.
You. He must be asking you because I'm saying sell him.
Okay, I'm saying he should go as well. He's not. I'm only supporting McTominay. I think McTominay is a player that gets 10 goals in the season and is effective for the club. So I think that's a player that you need. He's born and bred in Manchester. He loves the club. He gives 110%. He's still young enough to perform. Ericsson, on the other hand, look, you look at his attributes. Yeah, he's good on the ball. He can dictate the pace and the tempo and everything else. But in key games, I just think he hasn't got the running power to be in the midfield and midfield hub and do the job that's required.
You know what it is as well? I want midfielders who can play in any game. You see, like Ericsson, there would be certain games that would suit his style of play for us. I want midfielders where we don't change them. You know, if what we go in with the season is Mainu, Casemiro, and Bruno, if that's what he chooses to go with this season, which hardly worked, but Casemiro again. But if that's what he goes towards a new signing, let that be what we play Arsenal. Let that be what we play Liverpool with. Let that be what we play Burnley or Luton or whoever else we play.
Yeah.
So that we know that they complete and change the wide men and the forward. You understand? Let the changes be there, not necessarily centrally. Then they worry about us. Because guess what? We're not changing for you. You understand? You come in, we beat you up this way. You come in, we beat you up that way. You understand? And that's where I want the changes to be. Keep the midfield as you know, start it so they understand, but change the players around that.
Okay. So the fringe players that are not going to be mainstream starters, they have to be considered as replacement. We need to consider replacing them for players that are going to really compete and be in the side.
Yeah,
so Fofana, Ugarte, Berg, the ones that have been considered, you'll be happy with one or two of those coming in, and that will open the door, like with the domino effect. We've seen Wan-Bissaka leave, and then our signings come in. That would open the door for other players to leave.
Yeah.
What would it be? Do you think it's a case? I mean, because you can't force players out of the club, Mr. B. But say we've got Delit coming in now. Will someone have a conversation with Maguire? Because I know Fergie used to do it. Alex Ferguson used to say to people, put his arm around and said, look, your time's come. Remember he said that to Andy Cole? He said, look, your time's come. We're not looking for you anymore. We want you to leave. Do you think those conversations still had, or do you think it's a case where players got more control in deciding to dig their heels in and stay at the club?
They can dig their heels in, but it depends what they want. I mean, with Maguire, he's going to be fourth choice. When Lenny's back, he's fourth choice. He's third choice at the moment.
Okay.
If he isn't being, because Carsley's going to be the New England manager, and they got to the final without him. They got to a final without him in the squad. Unless Carsley's used to playing with the youths. Don't forget, it's under 18s and under 21s that they were winning things with Carsley, you know.
Okay.
So if you look at it that way, maybe Maguire is completely out of that picture. You know, so when that first England squad comes in September, if he's not named and he's not playing, he may well be thinking, shit, for me to get back in the England squad, I need to be playing. Listen, we all know he must have been sucking off Southgate to be able to get all of those games that he was getting. You know, Carsley's a new generation now, you understand? So these are the things that I'm thinking. He needs to be pushing. It might be something where he pushes for that. Or Delit comes in now, you know, and Maguire's thinking, oh, Lord. But I mean, look, he played so much games last season that he probably feels that he doesn't have to. He's going to play enough games to prove that he's worthy of being in the England squad. You know what I mean? But there's players who are, look at where he's past him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Interesting. Let's go through a few comments before we shut this down. Stuart Marshall saying, yes, Big G, turn down the Scousers. I think the new defence will help Casemiro massively. So if we talk about Casemiro's vulnerabilities, having a new defence behind him maybe give him the ball quicker, faster, better. Maybe
You know what it is as well?
ease the pressure on him as well. So
The
that's a
pass,
good shout from Russell George.
the passes are going to find him because we already know Delit's a king passer.
Yeah.
We're going to have all technically better passing players. Hopefully, maybe they'll just pass it past Casemiro instead now. You know.
We don't know, but it's going to be really exciting to see how we do this. Yeah, Delit, trust me, is a great pass of the ball, and hopefully we'll be able to play out from the back much better than previous seasons. Del Griff saying here, I think we should test Newcastle for Bruno Guimaraes around the 65, 70 million. I'm surprised he's staying there. He's such a good player, isn't he? We've got Agile B saying Maguire will chain himself to United gates rather than leave. We need 5 centre-backs, says River. Guaranteed there's going to be injuries. Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a lot of games next season. He's also saying here, don't want to see Casemiro at centre-back ever again. Going back to what we said about Ferguson, DM Dublin, I think he meant Dion Dublin, said that Alex Ferguson took him and showed him Gary Neville and said, this is the lad who's going to go in places. So different positions, obviously, but Dion Dublin, obviously, he broke his leg when he came to Man United, and then he never really got back in the side, and he was sold, and he proved to be a great striker for Coventry and Villa. He scored a bag of goals. I'm talking like Mr. B now. I want to be like a blowhole through his blowhole. He scored a bag of goals through his blowhole as well. And Amrabat, says Stuart Marshall, wouldn't get into a Monday-Sunday team. Going back to Matthew Bassett asked about Sunday football. Just a quick one on that. I know we're going off topic quickly because he did ask earlier in the show. Mr. B, how was your Sunday with your Sunday league team?
I took licks again, boy.
What happened?
We didn't have players. To be fair, we didn't have players, and it was
Saturday
more.
league. Sorry, your Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, it was more the fact that we didn't have players. I'm trying to get them to be playing out the back more, and that's something that they don't want to be doing. They're nervous doing, and they keep cussing when they keep giving the ball away. But my thing is repetition. Because come the season, when they hit the ball long, that they keep doing and the ball comes back and we lose the ball, I'm going to get vexed. So it's better they're vexed on the pitch than I'm on the vex. I vex on the side. So, yeah, we took another tonking on Monday. But look, we've still got another 5 games. 5-1.
5-1.
Yeah, 5-1. Yeah.
But, you're so right. In preseason games, don't be scared. Just try things. That you need to fall back on during the season. I think it's so important. So we tricked them to turn up. We said we had a game when we didn't, because the previous week only 7 turned up for training. So we said we had a game, and when they turned up, there was no game. We had our cones out in the heat, and we did some really good drills. Like you, it's like about keeping the ball. It's like 3 zones, and maybe 3 in the middle, 3 in each zone, 3 players in each zone, including myself. And you had to sort of, it's like attack against defense. And you had to go and break the zone. One would go into the zone, and we had to get from the 2 side end zones. We had to get the ball through the lines, or play a ball over the top after 3 passes. And the guys in the middle zone, one could raid into to attack, just close down, and the other 2 had to block the passes. It was a good drill, and we all got a lot out of it. So we got a game next week, and then the season will start in the coming weeks. But we want to work on things, fitness, and just little drills like that, playing out from the back, getting in small-sided games, sort of thing, and that will help us in the long run. Big up, guys. Just going through the last few comments here because we run out of time in it, Mr. B. Damien was saying, great content as always. Love you both, Mr. B and Yabba.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. We love you too, Damien. Big up, bro. And Lucky Sing's just saying keep the pressure on the owners as well. Mr. B, over to you.
We are done. We will be back tomorrow. 9 o'clock as usual. Maybe we'll have some pictures of our new boys training in their new training kit. But yeah, this is I'm very talk about training kit. That new 3rd kit. Ay.
It's like hoodies.
The one with the 3. It's a white shirt like this, but it's got the 3 stripes. You've not seen it? The black, red, and the new away kit is fire. I need to. Yeah, listen, bruv. I'm going to hook up Tony, man, because.
I was gonna say.
He messaged me. He did message me early. But I wanted both kits to come out first. The blue one and that one. So guys, look. We're not supporting the Glazers. We're supporting our brethren, Tony. So if you do want to hook up with the shirts, let us know. And guess what? it ain't going to the Glazers. It's going to our guy. You know, as I said, I'm going to order mine. I'm going to order the blue away one and that fire new white one. So yeah, look,
guy, let me just endorse that as well. So we got a guy called Tony. He does great shirts. If you want one, message us, like I say, and he will get your shirt delivered in a couple of days. Any shirt you want. If you want, I got my son's name on his with his number as well for my Man United shirt for him. It's really good quality as well, proper legit. So if anyone wants a shirt, make sure you contact one of us on social media or anything, and we will organise for you to get any shirt of your choice. Thankfully, well, hopefully it's going to be the Man United shirt for the new season. I haven't seen it, Mr. B, but what I will say, when they were coming out for the Charity Shield the other day, they were wearing some new sort of tracksuit. I don't know if you've seen it. Maybe I'm thinking, is it a hoodie? Is it a hoodie? I'm not sure, but it looked like
Nike hoodie did the hoodie. Maybe they've gone hoodie. Maybe they have gone hoodie. Yeah, okay.
It looked cool. It looked really nice.
I said, look, we'll see what Tony's got in his catalogue. But guys, look, as I said, we will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Look, just hit the button on your way out if you haven't already hit it. Hit that share button as well. That really does help. And guys, look, we're out and we will be back tomorrow.